Welcome to What's Happening with Carolina Chuck. Today we're going to sit down with Matt Clark. Now he's a stand-up comedian, but he's also one half of the husband and wife team behind Black Tie Cocktail Syrup. So check it out. All right.
Awesome.
So what's up?
How are you, buddy? Good to see you.
Good.
Officially, somewhat.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Or unofficially, whatever this is.
I don't know. It's kind of official now. We shook hands out there.
Yeah, and public and everything.
Yeah, right there right downtown.
Yeah, perfect.
So, let's get how I saw you. I went to a show a couple years ago.
Okay.
You and Kevin Downey.
Yes. Yep.
You opened up for him. I was pretty wasted, so I don't really remember what you said, but it was hilarious.
Perfect. Listen. The drunker you are, the funnier I am.
Yeah, and then I've seen you come in the dealership a couple times, and then I've seen Black Tie all around town.
Yeah.
What the heck is Black Tie?
Okay, so Black Tie Cocktail Syrup is just that. It's basically flavoring street cocktails or mocktails. We're going to do a mocktail because I respect the fact you don't drink. So
give up
we're
drinking.
going to do a cool mocktail. And so my wife and I, we started, I wear many hats, I guess you would say.
Okay.
So I've been in the liquor and wine industry for approximately 27 years.
Holy moly.
So we started but during the pandemic. Everybody was locked down, and I said to my wife, I miss talking to people about my products. So what I think I'll do is I'm going to do a Facebook like video type blog type thing.
Yeah.
Just to show, talk about my products, tell people what it's all about. Because people are locked in.
Yeah.
There's only so much Netflix and Hulu you can watch. So we started doing that. We had some wine in the intermixed with them. But what we started doing was we would take a product, like a bourbon or a vodka or whatever, and we taste it neat by itself to really get the flavors of the actual product. Then we would make a cocktail. So we started making cocktails, and pretty much any cocktail has the elements of sweet, sour, and stuff like that. So you basically use fresh citrus juice, and then you add simple syrup. So every simple syrup that I was finding was like, not the greatest. So I started messing around, and the first one I came up with was my citrus syrup. So it's basically half lemon, half lime, and it's we're all real. I don't want to say organic because we're not. The acids that we use are organic, but we're all natural products. So when you read the back of our label, it's like our citrus. It's lemon peel, lime juice, lemon juice, a little bit of citric acid, a little bit of malic acid, and sugar and spring water. That's it.
Wow.
So there's no like dye number 7,
Right,
or
the
phosphates or anything weird. Because we went to the store and started looking at some of these mixes, and there was like phosphates and yellow dye number 56 and all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to put that into my product, because it's obviously it's not really a temple, it's more of a cathedral. This is one of my favorites is our citrus. So we talked about that. It's lemon lime. That just won a silver medal at the Los Angeles International Spirits Competition. We've got some really awesome awards for our products. Our Old Fashioned just got a platinum best of class from the SIP Awards. The cool thing about the SIP Awards is this: a lot of companies that are up and coming, and even like the big boys, like Brown-Forman, who handles Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, who obviously has Jim Beam products.
Right.
They send their new stuff to these people because what it is it's a consumer-based competition.
Right.
So they score them accordingly, blind tasting. So they don't even know what they're drinking. They're just told this is a cocktail syrup, or this is a bourbon, or this is a vodka or tequila, whatever, and they let the consumers rate it. So the second year in a row, we've gotten a platinum for our Old Fashioned. Second year in a row, we've gotten a gold medal for our Blood Orange, and we just received a silver medal from them and an innovation award for our double espresso. So we're getting a lot. Thank you, man. I appreciate
Congratulations. That is
that. So
amazing.
we're growing with accolades and stuff like that because I feel that, if you have that behind you, there's no place to go but up,
So let me ask you, where are you manufacturing this?
So we manufactured ourselves at the Shared Kitchen in Sackett's Harbor,
Okay.
and we're in there with Morge's pasta sauce and
Okay.
and Morge's
I heard of those.
and Morge's pasta also. And we have to have it made in a professional kitchen. A lot of people so who makes your syrup for you? And I just want to strangle it.
Yeah.
Because it's it's like a 5-hour process from
Right.
start to finish. For each one, and we're at the mercy of the fruit. So whatever the fruit gives us as far as like juice and the actual zest and stuff like that, it's not an exact science
Wow.
per se.
So you ain't messing around.
Yeah. So we have to make it. We're regulated by the FDA as well as the Board of Health here in New York State. So we're a legitimate company. We make it ourselves.
Yeah.
We bottle it ourselves. We label it ourselves. We put that little black shrink wrap thing on top.
So-
safety seal, everything. So yeah.
Where'd the black tie come from?
So the black tie was my wife's idea. She wanted to, basically. We have our tagline, "Dress up your cocktail," and she's like, our outlook for the name of the business was like something that's already out there in people's minds already and on people's lips already. Listen. I will all for the rest of my life. I will give Nikki Sixx this. He said, we need to name the band something that's already in people's vernacular. And he wanted to name Motley Crue Christmas. And Mick Mars, who was quite a bit older than those guys, he was a little bit, I guess, more mature, said, well, why don't we name ourselves Motley Crue? And they're like, hey, that's a great idea because, Motley Crue, that is a term in the vernacular of America. So my wife came up with black tie, and so there we have it.
I mean,
everybody knows about black tie affairs. You get dressed up. And,
it really. I mean, I like it. It was brilliant because it
Thanks.
stuck in my head, and it's kind of led me to this conversation with you.
Cool.
But I'm really excited to try this because
let me make you a drink. I'm gonna get the boom mic out of the way here for a second.
dang.
You know what?
Oh my goodness.
How old are you?
I am about to be 38.
Okay, so you won't know this, but it's I'm 54, so I remember this when I was a kid. Don Meredith used to do Lipton iced tea commercials, and he'd go just like this. Dandy tasting. So if you go to our bottle, on one side is our signature drink, and on the other side is a QR code.
Okay.
You scan that QR code, it's going to bring you right to the Citrus website, and you scroll down, there's a bunch of different recipes.
Now, so you got a show coming up. This is going to air after the show.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's in Cape Vincent.
Yeah.
And I got Kevin Downey Jr. coming again, and he is one of the funniest guys in the world. He's salt of the earth, really great guy. I've had him on several comedy shows for the USO.
yeah.
We did. My friend Brian Doran and I, we started comedy kind of. Brian was on doing comedy maybe a year or two ahead of me, maybe longer. I can't remember, but we started talking about doing stuff for the military. Because we have friends who are friends and family that are both in the military, and some people who have unfortunately not made it. But so we wanted to do something. And we figured they're not going to send us overseas. Right. You know what I mean? So we'll do something local. So I went to the local chapter on Fort Drum. Talked to Karen Clark, no relation, but
Yeah.
close enough. But so for the first 3 years, Karen was there, and we started off with a bang. We were at the Clayton Opera House. So we did it for 2 years at the Clayton Opera House, and it was really, really well run. Clayton Opera House people are awesome. Charlie and Billy were major sponsors for it.
Really?
You know, and it's one of those things. Those guys, I'm sure, are probably hit up all the time. But when it's something that deals with the soldiers, they really have a soft spot for the military.
I've seen Charlie come through quite a bit, and he
Yeah.
will not. I mean, he goes after the soldiers every
Yeah.
time they're in there.
Yeah,
And shakes their hand.
Yeah, they're
Make
great
sure.
people,
Yeah.
really. So we did 5 years of USO shows locally, and we raised over $25,000 for the local USO. And what's cool is,
25,000?
for 5 years,
Yeah.
but it all stays here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's not like it's hitting and then going off to some
Some other place.
major metropolitan area or whatever. All of that money stays here. And then, of course, this business kind of kicks in, and that takes me away from comedy. So I'm not doing as much comedy as I used to, but some people are probably happy about that.
I don't know about that. This place could definitely, when comedy comes, people show up. I've gone out to 3C Bowling.
Yeah, I've been out there.
They've put on some heck of a show.
Yeah, Carter does a great job. And he gets a lot of major national acts out there.
He gets some big stuff.
I mean, and that room. I mean, it's a great little room.
Yeah.
But man, he's getting some big people. I opened twice for Steve Byrne, and he's been there a couple times. Funny guy. Just he's doing a good job trying to keep comedy alive. I do shows with the Hilton Garden Inn quite a bit. I've got one coming up in October. Do you remember that metal show on VH1?
Yes.
So Don Jameson's coming.
Okay.
So I've got him and my friend Mark Riccadonna to come. That's going to be in October.
Really?
So look for that. That'll be an awesome show. The first time I ever saw Don Jameson, he was opening for Dice Clay down in Turning Stone.
Really?
Yeah, it was all.
The best, most realistic snow effect in your Instagram videos? Move to Watertown. Welcome back to Backyard Cocktails, folks. Hello, Ramona. Say hello to the nice folks. Hello, nice folks. Hi, girls. Welcome back to Backyard Cocktails. Hello, Mona. Tonight we're doing a Rosa
We better take a sip. While we wait, we hydrate.
So Dice has his Instagram.
Yeah.
And what he does is he'll walk up to these random people in New York City and go, You're the ones that wanted the picture? With the face?
Yeah.
And they're looking at him like, what? He's like, yeah, you guys, you saw me over there. You gave me that look. You want to take a picture with the face? And they're like, buddy, I have no idea what you're talking. And he's one of the most famous comedians there are. And he'll every once in a while he'll get a guy that'll be like, oh my God, it's Dice, and then he'll really take a picture with a guy and stuff, and he's really generous about it. But just to see the looks on their face.
Yeah. So, I got a joke I heard the other day.
Okay.
And I just want to share it with you.
Hit me. Go ahead. Yeah.
Let me give you a little background.
All right.
We had a sale, and there was a couple of random sale guys that came up to help us, traveling sales.
Oh, traveling salesman.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
this is.
I did that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so one of them was actually lived back home where I did,
Okay.
and he came back to do another store in Ogdensburg.
Okay.
So I'm out on the lot with two people looking at a Honda Pilot.
Okay.
Now I'm really struggling to get some rapport with them. They're kind of not strange, but they're really like they're writing stuff down. They're those kind of people.
They're the penny pinchers. Yeah.
And here comes the guy. He just got back. He's a professional salesman. He comes up to me while I'm talking to customers. He hugs me and he's like, I'm like, what the heck, dude? I'm in the middle of this thing. And he goes,
funny.
y'all were looking at a Pilot. And they said, yeah. He goes, I got a joke for you.
Oh,
and
no.
I feel the need to share this joke. He says, there's two Southern brothers. They're looking for work. So they go to the unemployment office. And the first brother goes in the back, and he talks to the lady. She says, what can you do? What are your skills? He goes, well, I'm a pilot. She goes, man, we got plenty of work for a pilot. Yeah, we got you. He's like, great. He goes back out, and he gives his brother the thumbs up. And he says, they got me hooked up. So that brother goes in there, and the lady says, well, what can you do? He goes, I'm a woodcutter. She goes, all right. She goes, unfortunately, we don't have anything for a woodcutter right now. He said, but you got my brother a job, didn't you? She said, yeah. Well, he goes, I got to cut it before he can pilot. That's it. That's it. It stuck in my head. Yeah.
You're at the end.
God, you said you've been in well, what did you say? Like
It's a liquor and wine distributor, yeah.
For 25 years?
27, yeah.
27. So how'd you get started in that?
So I was a bartender at Bonnie Castle up in Alexandria Bay.
Really?
That was, back in the old days when there was a lot going on. We had the Home of the Stars is Bonnie Castle's major room where they used to have bands come. Like right now, they've had like Get the Let Out with the Led Zeppelin.
Yeah,
those
dude.
guys are unbelievable too. By
Right.
the way, I mean, they sound just like the record. But back when I was working there, they used to have this band, the Shintas, and these guys were from Buffalo, and they would come up every summer, and they would work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And 9 times out of 10, it was a full house. So anyway, so I was working as a bartender there, and a friend of mine was a bartender there also. Well, the couple years prior to that, he got a job with a liquor company. I was there for about a year, and then I went to another company, which I had been there for about 7 years, and then I've been with this company that I'm currently with for almost 20.
So what do you do exactly? You're
So
like sales? pretty much?
yeah, I sell liquor and wine to local liquor stores and stuff like that.
So how does that work with your black tie?
Well, the nice thing is we're non-alcoholic, so there's zero,
There's
there's no competing.
competition.
Yeah.
You just got a freaking
Yeah.
book of business
Yeah.
to go with
Yeah.
it. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
We
dude.
we have a lot of local stores like Bottle Caps underneath our Snow Wine and Liquor. They have it. State Street Market up the street here has it. Crosstown Jilly Brown has it. Across from Watertown High in the plaza. We have it in Market on Main Street in Sackett's Harbor. We have it in Eclectic Boutique in Carthage. We have it in the Celtic Knot in Canton. So we're diversified. We're getting it around.
Yeah.
What's nice is we make some small bottles for our retail people so they can have people taste it, because it's one of those things that it's people don't really know what it is, and 9 times out of 10, if you taste it, you're I don't want to say 9 times out of 10, but about 7 out of 10, if you taste it, you're gonna buy it, because it's that. I mean, no offense to my own horn, but they're that good.
Yeah, I think somebody had it at the night of your show that I went, and I tried some. It was in the bar area.
Yeah.
I think I did try some that night.
Was it at the Hilton or was it Billy's
It
place?
was at Billy's place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it being there.
Yeah, the time where people were bartending,
Yes,
we had
yeah.
we had it there. That was one of the first nights. Yeah.
Dude, that Kevin's girlfriend's hilarious.
Oh my God, she's so funny.
Wow. Like she's
But to
just,
talk to her afterwards, she's so quiet.
yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, but she came on was kind of slow, and I was like,
Yeah.
but it led up perfect. Like her delivery
Yeah.
was great, and Kevin, he was pretty
my
funny
God.
too.
Yeah, he was on America's Got Talent.
Really?
Was it America's Got Talent? Yeah, America's Got Talent with Heidi Klum and those people and whatever.
Wow.
And he got to like semifinals, and I forget who won that year, but doesn't
It
matter.
don't matter. He was on
Yeah,
there, right?
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Yeah.
I follow him on Facebook too.
Yeah, and and the other thing too is when I called him for the USO, He goes, don't tell anybody. Here I am telling everybody.
Yeah.
He said, don't tell anybody, but I'll take basically like half of what he usually does.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Which, you know,
dude, there's some
you know,
things that make you feel good. That's better than money. All right, y'all. We gotta take a quick break. Follow Carolina Chuck on Facebook and stay up to date with what's going on with the show. Appreciate you. All right, y'all. We're back. For the complete interview, check out my YouTube and the Carolina Chuck podcast.
The thing is big hands, big feet. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Dude, so I like these videos you're doing. I mean,
thanks, man.
We need to maybe come over and sit.
Come on over. Here's the thing: we do our cocktails in the backyard when we do them. You know, my wife's very busy with her hair salon and stuff. Sometimes she doesn't come home till like 8 o'clock. And, you know, but she has no problem putting me out there when the snow's going. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's just fun. We're not taking ourselves too seriously, obviously. But we just want people to make a couple drinks, have some fun. You know what I mean? With regards of the cocktail tasting good, because we you know, sometimes we'll make them up ourselves. Sometimes we'll follow a recipe. We have an app that we use.
Yeah.
It's called the Cocktail Party app. It's very inexpensive, but there's like hundreds of thousands of different cocktails. And a lot of it is just, you know, like take, for instance, the big cocktail right now is the espresso martini. Mm-hmm. So it's basically pulling out an item and plugging in something else.
Yeah.
So the espresso martini is vodka, you know, cold brew coffee, Kahlua, and hopefully our double espresso syrup. Mm-hmm. But if you take out the vodka and you add like Jameson cold brew, which is a Jameson coffee flavored whiskey, that's awesome. Or if you take out the vodka, you put in like a reposado tequila. That makes the whole, I mean, that's pretty much what cocktails are doing. You try and make stuff that people are, chances are the cocktails that we make, you already have the booze in your house.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you can go to the liquor store relatively easy and grab it.
It's going to taste like soap. Well, I appreciate it, man.
Hey, man, yeah, nice. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed the
Couple drinks to the Clarks, folks. Today is a special show. We are doing our friends. This is a collaboration between the company Brands for Fans and Kiss. It's called Detroit Rock Rum, and it's a blend of 8 to 15-year-old Dominican Republic rum. So it's gotta be good. So let's try it. We're gonna do our usual. We're gonna try it neat first, and then we're gonna make a cocktail I like to call the Star Chai. Try it neat first. Brand new, beautiful rum. Well, right now they're rum glasses.
Tonight they're rum glasses.
All right,
Okay.
so here we go.
Let's do it.
All right. Cheers on you.
Cheers on you. Cheers, everybody. Okay, ready?
Wow, that's right. How about you?
Oh my gosh, I'm feeling a little like
I feel like I want to rock.
I wanna rock!
What happened?
Oh my god.
Honey, you should look at your face.
You're there!